I'll be showing you how you can legally fly for free over and over without being a millionaire or flying constantly. So when many people think of free flights, a lot of times they'll think of scams or that they have to constantly spam customer support to try to request free upgrades, or that they have to sign up for countless credit cards just to maximize the bonuses. And in reality, you just need to leverage the systems that airlines and banks created. I'll be showing you how to get free or heavily discounted flights, then how I'm able to get unlimited free food and alcohol in airports, whether I'm traveling in the US or in Asia, Europe, no matter where I am. Then third, how I'm able to skip lines at US airports. Fourth, how to get top status at hotels for room upgrades and more. And then secret booking tricks that airlines don't want you to know. First, we need to understand credit card points, and with Chase and Amex, points are generally each worth less than 1 cent when using them towards paying off your credit card. But using the methods I show you in this video, you can make your points worth up to 5 to 10 cents each when purchasing travel. So most people waste their points by redeeming them for gift cards or using the credit card's own travel portal. Don't do that. Many people also waste their points by using them towards their credit card bill. And here's an example of what a travel portal looks like on Amex. Someone who's trying to book a flight from Texas to Miami would get a page like this. So I like to classify credit cards into 2 categories. First, we have the value cards, and then we have the points cards. Points cards, these are designed to help you rack up points for travel. They don't have as many travel perks though, such as free food at airports and line skipping. And then we have some examples of some of these points cards. First of all, the Amex Gold. It has a $325 annual fee, and this comes in personal and business, but you can get 4x points at restaurants, 3x points on flights, $120 in annual dining credit, $120 in annual Uber credit, and there's a ton of other value that comes in owning this card. I'm just not here to explain it all to you. Moving on, we have the Amex Blue, and you can get 2x purchases on everyday purchases up to 50 grand per year. You get 1x points on everything after that. So you can go ahead, put software, paying freelancers, or any business spend you have on this card. This card has a $0 annual fee. So say you're spending a couple $1,000 on things like freelancers on a site like Upwork or Fiverr, and then another $500 on software. You can go ahead and put that spend on this card at no additional cost and start earning points for travel. And then we have what I like to call the value cards. So these grant access to life-changing travel perks, but these aren't always the best for racking up points. So the Amex Platinum, it has a $695 annual fee, but you get lounge access across the world, high status at Marriott and Hilton hotels, and the thing is, there's a ton of nice fancy hotels connected with Marriott. So for example, when you're going to St. Regis or the W Hotel or even the Ritz-Carlton, you'll get automatic high status. This is very powerful. And then you'll get 5x points on flights booked through the Amex Travel. And then you can also skip lines at airports in the US by taking advantage of the Clear or TSA pre-check credit that Amex Platinum gives you. I specifically remember going to Boston Airport, seeing a huge security line. The line was super long, but since I had this Clear access thanks to my Amex Platinum card, I was able to skip the line. It was great. Then you also get travel insurance included with the card and a ton of other valuable features. I'll leave a link in the description down below if you want to check out this amazing card. Moving on, we have the Chase Sapphire Reserve. So with this card, you get lounge access as well, but you get a bit different lounge access. Like here with the Amex Platinum, you get access to most lounges, but you also get access to exclusive American Express, Centurion lounges, etc. And here with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you get access to a different pool of lounges. But since they both give you access to Priority Pass, many of the lounges that you get with the Amex card also overlap with this Chase Sapphire card. You also get 5x points on flights booked through Chase Travel with this, $300 in travel credit, and you can also have the same benefit of skipping the lines at airports, and there's many other valuable features with this card. But Chase did just announce new changes to the Sapphire Reserve card, so within a few days, the annual fee and the perks of this card may be different, but this is where the game really starts. So each of these cards that I mentioned can earn points for you at different rates, so you want to assign your spend to the right cards. So if you're spending on groceries or dining, use the Amex Gold, 4x points. But if you're running ads or paying for software, you can use that blue business card that I showed you, or a card that will get you good points back. So here's a realistic situation to help you understand this. So say you're spending about $3K a month on ads, then $1,500 a month on software, whether it's SaaS or subscriptions, and then $1,000 a month on groceries and dining. and then $1,000 a month on miscellaneous spend. Well, you can see the points multiplier that you'll be getting in each category if you put the purchases on the right cards. So ads would be on the Amex Blue, same with the software, and then the groceries and dining, remember, you can get 4x points on that if you're using the Amex Gold. And then the miscellaneous spend, you can either put that on the Amex Platinum or the Blue card since they both have 1x points. So that's about 14,000 to 15,000 Amex points per month. And of course, 14,000 times 12 is 168,000. So that's how many points you'd be getting per year. And by taking advantage of transfer partners, you can get a ton of travel for free or heavily discounted. This is the bread and butter of this video. Not enough people are taking advantage of the system. And I'm using Seats.aero, a secret website, to find the best transfer partner deals. So look, if this spend up here is earning about 168,000 points per year, and a flight from JFK to Miami is only 7,500 points, think about how many flights to Miami you can take per year. American Airlines, JFK to Miami, business class, 27,000 points. You can take many of those flights per year. You could take even 4 of those flights per year and still have points left over for other flights. Or if you want to go to Rome, Italy, you can go New York to Rome, Italy for 27,000 points right here on American Airlines. So that means if you're spending like the current situation above, you can get 5+ flights per year from New York to Italy. That's crazy. And if you're not taking advantage of these credit cards, if you're just putting your spend on a debit card, you're missing out on all of this. And all of the sites that I go over in today's video are linked in my free travel hacking playbook. Go ahead and grab it in the description down below. The playbook also includes flight search tools to find cheap dates and hidden deals, a lounge access guide for beginners, a complete game plan from getting a card to getting free/cheap travel. So go ahead, check it out in the description. Anyways, most credit card users are booking flights completely wrong. So look, if you were to go to the Amex travel portal, type in JFK to Italy. Here, you can see with American Airlines, it's costing about 49,000 points. But remember, scrolling up, we found that same route, American Airlines JFK to Italy, and here it was only 27,000 points. So if you're booking flights using the Amex travel portal, which I know a ton of people are, you're practically just throwing away points since you could be spending them much more efficiently. So again, instead of booking flights through the Amex portal, you can use them through travel partners. So basically how this works is instead of booking the flight with your Amex points on the Amex portal, you would first transfer your Amex points to the American Airlines portal and then book it through American Airlines for 27,000 points. Now you're probably wondering how for years I've been getting free food, alcohol, and showers at airports. And the coolest part is that I don't only get it for myself. I also get it for my girlfriend if she's traveling with me, or I can get it for my friend if he's traveling with me at no additional cost. So here I am in Bogota, Colombia, enjoying the lounge. This one was super luxurious, a ton of food. Scrolling down, I'm in Prague, Czech Republic at the lounge. Here I'm at JFK in New York. Here I'm in Sofia, Bulgaria. Scrolling down, I'm in Asia, Uzbekistan, in the middle of nowhere, enjoying the lounge, the reclining seats. Here I'm in Abu Dhabi. You can see I got some beer and some food. Here I'm in Germany. So let's run through another hypothetical situation. So say I'm taking 30 airport visits per year. My food and drinks normally without the lounge would be about $30 every time I go to the airport. And then my friend who's traveling with me or my girlfriend's food and drinks would be anywhere from $20 to $30. And then total per trip would be about $50. So if I'm going to the airport 30 times a year, I'd have to spend $50 every time at the airport just to buy some lunch or just some dinner, whatever time of day it is. But with lounge access, it costs $0 each visit. I get unlimited free food and drinks, so I'm saving $1,500 a year. And to access these lounges like this, you do need to have a credit card that has an annual fee, but you can get so much value out of the card. For example, with the Amex, remember, you also get automatic Gold Elite status with both Marriott and Hilton. That's huge. This means you can get free room upgrades when available. Having this card also grants you access to the fine hotels and resorts in the hotel collection, which offer perks like daily breakfast, room upgrades, and late checkout. And if you don't know what the fine hotels and resorts in the hotel collection are, they're basically these travel portals for booking hotels on the Amex website. And some of these hotels are very, very luxurious. And again, if you're booking them with your Amex Platinum, you get really cool perks. So what if you don't have credit card points yet? No problem. I'll still show you tricks to find cheap flights step by step. Now, Google Flights is my go-to platform for finding flights rather than looking through airline travel portals or Amex's travel portal. So for example, if I want to book a flight and I assume American Airlines has the best flight from Rome Italy to New York, I'm not going to go ahead and look at American Airlines. I'm going to actually go to Google Flights first so I can compare that flight to other airlines. So say I want to go from New York to Madrid. I can type in my destination I have in mind. Let me zoom in. And then I can click departure. Now what's really cool is Google Flights will show me the price of a 1-week flight at each of these dates. So say I'm not sure what time I want to go. I just know I want to go sometime in July. Well, Google Flights will show you what day in July has the lowest price. So you can see if you're flying out on the 15th, it will be $400. 15th to the 22nd, you'll get a round trip flight from New York to Madrid for $400. And this is before accounting for any points you might use or anything else. But say you want to fly from New York and you want to go ahead and go to Europe, but you don't know exactly where you want to go. You just know you and your wife or girlfriend want to go for a nice 2-week vacation. Well, you can type in Europe and then go August 1st to August 14th, hit done, search, and it will show you in Europe all the flights available at these dates, show you the prices. So you can see round trip New York to London is about $500. Scrolling down, you can see Lisbon is $674. Dublin is less than $400 round trip. Rome is about $500. So you can scroll through and find some amazing deals. I use this feature all the time when I know the dates I want to travel and I know the area I want to travel to, but not the exact country. And then use Skyscanner for price alerts. So if you have a destination in mind but don't know your exact dates of travel yet, you can be notified when there are price changes. So on Skyscanner, say we want to go from Prague to Boston. Well, we'll type that in, Prague to Boston. Then we'll go ahead and hit search. So now it will load, show us some flights that are available. Then we can hit get price alerts in the top left, and now we'll get an email when there are price changes. So this can be very useful as well. So let's recap our strategy. So first, we'd be taking our normal monthly spend, the money we normally spend, whether it's on our business life or our personal life, and we'd be putting it on these credit cards. Now, we're not adjusting our spend. We're not trying to spend more money to gather more points. We're just spending our normal amounts of money on our normal purchases, but we're putting them on these new cards. And of course, 1 or 2 of these cards you might get may have an annual fee, but you can get tremendous amounts of value out of these cards that can make up for the fee. Then we'd be using the right credit cards on the right purchases. So then, for example, if you're spending $6,500 a month, like the example above, you can earn about 15,000 points per month. Then you can transfer these points to the airline partners when you find deals with sites like Seats.aero that we went over. And then you can use flight alerts to find the best routes as well. And then you can book the flight with points. Then when you go to the airport, you can access the airport lounge. You can arrive to the airport 2 hours early, then fly through security since you have the clear or TSA pre-check we mentioned. Then you get access to the airport lounge at no additional cost. So you and whoever you're with can enjoy the free food and drinks that are unlimited. And then at last, you can get on and enjoy your free or heavily discounted flight and vacation. And this isn't mentioning that you're also able to enjoy the top status of the hotels. So say you pull up to the Marriott, they have a room upgrade available, they see your status, they can go ahead and upgrade you to a better room. Same thing at the Ritz-Carlton, for example, or these nice hotels. Make sure to check out my travel hacking playbook in the description down below, and let me know in the comments where you are on your travel hacking journey. Do you already have some credit cards? Are you already travel hacking? Or are you just interested in getting started? I'd love to help you out, and I'll see you in the next one.